On this video, I'll explain the 5 competences of risk management and help you understand how to manage the risk throughout any driving lesson. Risk management is simply your ability to ensure safety throughout your driving lessons. The good news is there are just 5 basic skills which you will get the hang of with a bit of time and practice. I'm Jonathan from Boom Instructor Training. I've been an ADI for 25 years. I've been training people to become driving instructors for 20 years, and I run a multiple car driving school. And I'm here to help PDIs and ADIs get the most out of being a driving instructor. Let's go through the 5 skills of risk management, and I'll explain these in a simple and practical way so you'll easily be able to understand them. Number 1, you need to ensure your pupils understand how the responsibility for risk will be shared. Let's now rephrase this into something easier to understand. In other words, you need to make sure your pupils know what's expected of them. If you intend to give some instruction or guidance, tell your pupil you'll be doing this. So, for example, you could say to a pupil, "I'll be giving you some instructions today, so listen carefully to my instructions and try your best to follow them." On the other hand, if you want your pupil to practice without you giving any instruction, so therefore the pupil has full responsibility, then you need to tell them that this is the plan. If this was the case, you could say something along the lines of, "I'd like you to have full responsibility for the safety of the car on today's drive, so I won't be giving you any instructions. I want you to try your best to drive safely and responsibly, and I'll only intervene either verbally or physically if I think safety is being compromised." As a lesson progresses, you'll no doubt want to shift this balance of responsibility, and this could be as the pupil improves or if a pupil is struggling with something. Every time this balance of responsibility needs to shift, then discuss this with your pupils so they know what's expected of them. So, for example, you could say to a pupil, "On the last right turn you struggled with it, so the next time you practice I'll give you some instruction." So therefore the pupil knows what to expect. Or you could say to a pupil, "You did really well on the last right turn following my instruction, so next time you practice, I won't say anything, and I'd like you to try without me giving any instruction." Again, the pupil knows what to expect. So you're making it clear what level of responsibility your pupil has and how much guidance or instruction you'll be providing. And sometimes you won't give any instruction or guidance at all. And if this is the case, your pupil needs to know this. If you enroll onto my online course, I will explain this in more detail, and crucially, you'll see loads of demonstrations of me doing this in practice. Skill number 2, you need to give directions and instructions clearly and in good time. So examples of directions would be take the next road on the left, or at the end of the road, turn right. An example of giving a pupil instructions: check the mirrors, signal, position close to centre, start to brake, etc. So you're instructing a pupil through the mirrors, signal, position, speed, look routine. This isn't difficult. With a bit of practice, this will soon roll off the tongue. I'll explain this in more detail, and crucially, you'll see lots of demonstrations of this throughout my online course. Skill number 3, you need to be aware of the surroundings and the pupil's actions. In other words, you need to be aware of what's happening outside the car and inside the car. You need to look and plan well ahead and check the mirrors just the same as you would if you were driving, so you know what's happening to the front and to the rear. And you should observe your pupil so you know what they're doing. For example, have they checked the mirrors? Have they taken effective observation? This is a really important risk management skill. There is a very specific way of doing this, and once you know the way and you've unlocked the secret and you understand how to do this, then it's actually really easy. And you'll learn exactly how to do this step by step on my online course. Skill number 4, you need to verbally or physically intervene at the right time when it's appropriate. In other words, you need to tell your pupil what to do if they aren't doing something, and this is called verbal intervention. For example, if they aren't braking when they should be, then you need to tell them to brake. And if they don't respond to your verbal intervention, then you need to brake for them, and we call that physical intervention. Another example, if it looks like your pupil is getting too close to a parked car, then tell them to steer away from the parked car. Verbal intervention. And if they don't respond, then you would lean over, hold the steering wheel, and help the pupil steer away from the parked car to prevent a crash. Physical intervention. And all this is very instinctive. It's a basic survival skill, and with a bit of practice you'll soon get the hang of this. And you'll watch loads of examples of verbal and physical intervention throughout my online course. Skill number 5, you need to give feedback to your pupils to help them understand any potentially safety critical incidents. In other words, when your pupils make mistakes, discuss this with them so they understand what happened. They also need to understand the risks. It's really important that your pupils understand the risks associated with driving. And then help them understand what to do next time. And then agree the balance of responsibility for the next practice and let them try again. And you'll watch many demonstrations of this throughout my online course. And that's it. That's all risk management is. 5 basic skills, so don't overcomplicate it. Risk management is simply the basic skills required to keep your driving lessons safe. The safety of every driving lesson is always 100% the responsibility of the PDI or ADI. Give this video a like if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. This will be really helpful. This is a small channel, and liking and subscribing will help other people find the channel. If you would like to become a driving instructor, or perhaps you have an upcoming standards check, then check out boominstructortraining.com. There is a link below. Thank you for watching, and remember, when you're teaching pupils, keep it simple and enjoy it.